Hello, everybody. How are you all? Everybody good? I'm so glad you guys stuck around because I know I've been a little unreliable lately with my lives. But I'm here now. I'm here now, and I'm going to be joined by the lovely Shiva, who plays Layla on New Amsterdam. And I'm excited to get to chat to her. What's new? Well, we've wrapped the show now, so all 14 episodes of this season are finished. We've got some sound mixing to do, so we've been in to do some ADR, which is kind of a weird thing. Most people don't know what ADR is, and I forget that because most of the people who I know, who I'm around, just know what it is because they work in this industry. It's where you go in and you record things that maybe the mic hasn't picked up, or they add in an extra line somewhere, so you're trying to fit it in while it's someone else's face, and you have to fit it in before it cuts to yours again. You've probably seen it on our stories before when we do it, but maybe for the finale, I will take a few shots to show you guys. Okay, so what do we have? Who have we got here? Are people adding questions? I'm just going to get myself situated. Here are questions. Okay. Are these questions for me or are these questions? Okay. When's the next season? Aliana, this question, I would love to be able to answer this. It's on here now in the US. I don't know where you are, but I know that it's been bought in lots of different countries, and I actually have a list of certain places. They just haven't said when they are going to air the new season. Rest assured it's going to come sooner rather than later. And we're going to be shooting season 4 come July, so it's ticking along. Okay. We should probably do this one before I invite Shiva to join us. Who would I like my character in the series to be with? Layla or Floyd? Why can't Lauren have both of them? I don't know. I'm not sure right now. I think that this Layla situation is still new, but I really like the side of Bloom that it's bringing out, and the relationship has changed so much with Floyd into something else. Do things that change into a friendship, then can they go back to something romantic? I'm just not sure. If you guys have the answer, let me know. Okay. 100% Layla, Team Leyren. Well, that's good because I'm about to call her up. Okay. I have invited her to go live with me. She's never done this before. Welcome to another episode of I Don't Know What I'm Doing. Here's someone else who doesn't know what they're doing. Hi.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, darling. It's nice. It's nice to be off. I did a little ADR,
Yeah,
telling everyone about today, and now I'm off to LA in a couple of days. So just
that's exciting.
it is. It's nice to have a break.
Yeah, for sure. Breaks are good.
What are you up to?
What am I up to? I have been spending my time getting New York vaccinated.
Me too. I'm fully vaccinated. Are you fully vaccinated?
I'm fully vaccinated and I'm actually working at a vaccination center right now.
You
Just
are? That's so cool.
and yeah, it's really cool. I get to meet all these different people from everywhere, so it's nice.
What one are you working at in case people want to come say
Uh, Times Square.
Times Square? Okay, nice, nice. And
Yeah.
have you felt like the demand for vaccines has been steady throughout like your time working there, or do you feel like it's starting to Do you feel like the more people that are vaccinated, the less demand there is for it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the curve was like really steep in the beginning and now it's sort of flattened out. So, but we're still there doing our work, getting people vaccinated. So,
That's very commendable that, you know, you play a doctor on TV, but you also like to go and give vaccinations to people. I mean, so everyone knows,
they
go to Times Square, Shiva handing out vaccinations.
in real life they don't let me go anywhere near a syringe, right?
Oh,
So in in real
that's
life,
a very
in real life I do the registering.
honestly, let's go back to that. Let's go back to the evolution of Layla and like
Okay. Yeah.
opening of you arriving in that way was so brilliantly pitched by the writers because the you were so in the wrong. I mean, I didn't know that you were a doctor. Like, it
Hmm.
ram a needle into a patient, but
I had to save her. No one else was there.
I, I mean, someone would have got there eventually. I don't know if you've seen the show, but we're pretty hot on it in the.
I had to do it, Janet. No one else was there and time was ticking.
And thank God you did, because they might never have existed.
That's true. I'm glad I illegally stabbed somebody in the,
You got away with it. That's all.
got away with it. I did.
So you've been working at a vaccination site. You
Yeah.
are you in the finale of the show? Can you?
I don't know. We should all find out together.
Just don't know. I couldn't tell you. I only read the bits that say boom. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Uh, have
We
you
all just have to find out. We all just have to find out together.
have you enjoyed working on the show?
Yeah. Like, honestly, everybody I've met, from the crew to production to you guys, the actors, are just some of the nicest people I've ever worked with. So super lucky,
Um,
super lucky to have this experience.
who's your favorite person to work with?
Janet, come on.
I mean, obviously, it would probably be me because you probably have the most stuff to do with me.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Um, well, besides you, Janet, um, I think the first person that I was introduced to, after finding out that I got the part was Michael Slovis, who is an executive producer and directs a bunch of episodes on the show. And he directed the first episode I was in as well.
Yeah.
And like we had a Zoom meeting and like he talked to me about my character and he's just been just made it really comfortable. Like if I had any questions or whatever, it was just, you know.
He's so wonderful, and we're so lucky to have him because he really isn't like the Hollywood producer. He
Mhm.
does treat us all like we are a family, including the crew. And
Yeah.
I think we really need that sometimes because you work long hours, and a lot of us are away from our families, as you are.
Hmm.
Nice. And when you come into a show that's already done a couple of seasons, it can be really daunting. I mean, I found being a guest star was much harder for me than being a series regular because I felt such a pressure and you have to be like, get to know everyone really quickly. And you don't just get
Yeah.
to have like relaxed freedom. It takes that you get when you've worked with people for a long time and you know everyone in the crew. So I
Yeah.
think the moment you came in and you had such an incredible presence on the set and on screen, which everyone else felt at home as well. I think you had that from the get-go. You felt like you'd been there for a long time. So whether that was Michael making you feel comfortable or it was just meant to be.
I think it was everything. I think definitely like knowing Michael before I got there was really nice. And then I remember like talking to you in the stairwell coming down. It was like the first time I met you and I was like, oh, she's actually nice.
Oh, she's actually nice.
No, like, you know,
Nice.
sometimes you meet people like for the first time and they're like kind of in like what's they're like in the zone, you know what I mean? And it's not like yeah, yeah, yeah. Not that I thought that you were gonna be mean. I was just like, oh, I can talk to her. Sorry, I think that's what I meant. Like
Oh, good.
she's
I'm glad
yeah,
you felt that way. I feel like sometimes you can
like
come
I don't want
across. It's hard to know how you come across, right? So,
yeah. Like I find like certain people like you just explained when you're a guest star and you're coming on, people are, you know, they have their own method of working. Like you don't know if they want to talk to you before the scene is shot, or like, you know, are they, you know, that kind of thing. And you want to give people, you want to
not great.
respect their process, and like, you know, so I was like, can I talk to her? Can I like say hi? Can I, you
Like
know,
her in the eye.
yeah, can I look her in the eye? Um,
Did
yeah.
did you feel nervous having to kiss me on camera? Kiss me,
Yes, I think we
sorry.
talked about this.
But I'm sure I haven't even looked at these questions. I'm enjoying talking to you, but I'm going to before people have got questions about our first and second kiss.
Yeah. No, it was yeah, it was scary.
Right? It was.
Yeah.
It was an interesting. I think it's always scary, no matter what, when you have a intimate scene, like because you're
Yeah.
with everyone, and it's not really ever how you would imagine it to be. Um, yeah, I feel like it's exposing somehow intimate you're having in front of everybody.
Yeah, exactly. It was yeah, I think it was like the first thing in the morning too. It was like, wait, what's happening? And we're
Yeah.
just like, we're gonna go for it. Yeah, no, it was scary, but you know, it was you, so that was good.
Well, that's
Everybody again, like everybody else was like super nice. It was like, okay, yeah, I'm nervous, but like I'm working with people who are nice and caring. And I remember when we were getting our hair done, again, I was like in my own like play. I'm like, I'm not gonna talk to Janet. And I think like you turned around, you're like, I'm nervous. And I'm like, oh yay, okay. And I was like, oh, she's nervous too. Great, this is great.
I'm
We
al-
can work with this.
I'm always nervous, even if I don't have to kiss anyone in a scene. So I'm a generally nervous person, but when I have to also kiss someone, and then it's
Yeah.
my husband as well, and I'm
Yeah.
getting to know each other. It's like, oh, okay, we're gonna make out. Wanted you to
Yeah.
be full, and that's
Yeah.
the most important thing. And Michael was really great about that as well, wasn't he, for
Yeah.
this episode?
Oh yeah, for sure. But honestly, you telling me that you were nervous was 100% the way to like make me comfortable. Do you know what I mean? Like it made me feel so like, oh, I'm sort of not nervous anymore because we're like the same.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, you were awesome to work with. Like you made everything pretty easy for me.
Well, like
Even on my nervous days.
I'm super excited to see the arc of everything over this season, and how we end up at the end of the season and
Mhm.
where things are going to go in season four. No one told
Yeah.
me anything, so
No one tells me anything either.
I
They
don't know.
said I think
Maybe we
I
need
think they said I had like
to know this.
4 episodes at first. So I was like, oh, there's more. Great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that I was sort of letting you know when you were in scripts coming up. I was like, no, 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 you're definitely still around.
Yeah, you definitely told me more than I was being told.
Well, I do my bit.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you some of these questions that we've got. Okay, Shiva, who's your favorite character?
Ooh. Um, that's a good question. I think, oh, can I say all of them? Like, okay, I'm kind of like with everybody, and I do miss um Dr. Kapoor. I do.
Mm-hmm.
But I think so. I think last year I was like a big Dr. Bloom fan. Not that it's changed, but like I think this year I'm seeing more of like Iggy, which I feel like I'm learning more about his character. So it's like interesting to watch this season. And I think like you're just learning more about different people, you know?
I think
Um,
when you shoot as much as we do,
mhm.
like we're so lucky to have to know we've got at least a couple more seasons. The
Yeah,
show
yeah, yeah.
going to naturally do that, and I agree with you. I think it's been really great to get to see, and with Sharp's story with her family and like her
Yeah,
brother, and suddenly, her speaking another language. It was like the whole like portal of this character that we'd not
yeah,
before.
yeah. Like I did not expect that, and I was like, wow, that's really cool too. And I'm also a big Sharpwind fan, so like, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, huge.
I love that. You're not alone. People.
Yes, I know, right?
Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, I think this one can be for both of us because it says, "How do you feel about the coming out story?" I'm assuming that they mean Bloom's coming out. Uh,
Mhm.
I don't know if you know what Layla's sexual history, like her sexual preference, was before Bloom.
Yeah. Um,
Something that the writers have decided yet, or that we know.
Not that all I can say is that I feel at least speaking from learning this character this last few months that this is where she is right now and this is what she wants right now.
And that is sort of one thing that I really loved about the interaction between Layla and Bloom is that it's just a love story.
Yeah.
It's not bogged down in the in the sexuality of it. It's just two people who are attracted to each other and who fall in love. Really, they're falling for each other in a way that I think is pretty exciting. So
Yeah. And that's kind of how I approach the character as well. It's just like this person helped me in my like sort of lowest time, you know?
mhm.
No place to live, like no one's believing in her. It's just like, and suddenly this person out of nowhere like opens up her her heart, her home, her friendship, you know. It's just like this is who I want. I don't necessarily need exactly what you said, bogged down in like I have to explain everything. It's just you. Like I want Lauren now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's going to be without. It's going to be interesting to see what happens over. I guess tonight is episode 11. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you. I was like, oh, am I right? 11. So there's three. So there's tonight's episode, and then three more. So that's four episodes in which there is some exciting stuff happening. I'm too scared to say anything else. I feel like I'm going to give it away, so I'm just going to go to the next question now.
Yeah.
Uh, is there a happy ending for Layla and Lauren this season? We obviously can't answer that, but
Yeah. I'm looking at you.
there could be. Next question.
Yes.
Okay, what is your favorite episode that you have shot?
um I think hands down for me would have to be the first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Why was that? Why do you think that was?
I think it was like my first time, meeting it was just like more than just the scenes. It was like also meeting the team and like meeting everybody. And it was just, you know,
You also,
high on adrenaline and
you got to be in the thick of the ED too.
yeah,
You
yeah.
don't, I mean, you haven't really got to do, you've been in the hospital a lot, but not really, you were kind of
Mhm.
hidden away in the hospital.
Yeah. No, I definitely enjoyed that first one.
Okay, next question. I have to like pull it up on my phone, so just do a little song or something, Shiva, to keep everyone entertained while I look at these questions.
Hey, I'm the worst singer in the world.
Maybe a rap.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, okay, this is a good question. How does it feel to represent the LGBTQ community in the show?
Me, you.
You.
Oh, I mean, I think it's an honor for me to represent something that needs to be represented, I think. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? And I truly enjoy telling that story and on it that I've been given the chance to tell that story.
Yeah.
Like I don't take that very lightly, you know.
Yeah, I think it's interesting how I know that there is this is a difficult subject to talk about, but I've come under fire in the past for playing American when I'm not American, or for
Mhm.
playing someone who is gay when I'm not actually gay. And I find that really disheartening in the sense that if you start putting actors in boxes like that, then you're almost then not allowing other people, so you're not allowing someone who is gay to then play straight at some point. You know, you're saying you have to only play what you are, and therefore there's no what. Where does the creativity lie? Um,
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that.
No, I think I mean I haven't done this as long as you have, so you have more experience in like what it's like to be out there with the roles that you've played and like reaching a larger audience. Um, I think there's certain times it's such a nuanced subject. But yeah, I do agree that you don't want to like narrow it too much, because yeah, like why can't a gay person play a straight person? Why not?
Yeah,
If yeah.
I guess I don't. I think that's a complicated issue, and I'm really interested to learn more about the reasoning behind it. I know that there have been actors that have said that they wouldn't do it again after doing it because they feel like it should only be. I think it was the guy who was in the Versace story, the crime story,
Uh-huh.
saying that he felt like he wouldn't play a gay person again because it was taking away from someone who was actually gay. And I didn't really understand it.
Hmm.
Anyway, I'm going to move on to the next question. Um,
No, I agree with you. There's a lot to learn. You
yeah.
can keep asking questions, keep learning, you
Hmm.
know. Yeah.
Um, I've got a lot of messages here about what's going on in Palestine. And to be honest, I actually haven't watched the news. I've obviously read a little bit about what is going on, guys, and I've seen that there's been,
Yeah.
you guys are asking lots of questions about it. I really don't like to comment too much on things that I haven't seen, but I'm really sorry that that is going on in Palestine. So,
Yeah, I agree with you. I've been at work the whole day today. I've been up since 5 a.m., so I haven't had a chance to look at that. But yes, I've seen that things are happening and I need to I need to start educating myself a little bit more.
um, So when are you going to start shooting season 4? The answer to this question is we are going to start in July. So we get a little bit of a break and then we're back to work again.
Mhm.
Okay, next question. Oh God, there's so many questions. What is your favorite scene that you have both shot together? Let me think about this. I've really enjoyed so many scenes. I can tell you which one wasn't my favorite. And that
Oh, yes, tell me.
one where I had Chippy. Chippy's just eating the flowers from behind. No. It was the one where it was freezing cold. It was Sherry's apple,
The car.
the car, and it was like, I mean, I cannot. It was the coldest I've ever been. I was like going blue. I was like, but I love Sherry, and that episode was so fun to shoot. But that's
Mhm.
like, please just let me get in the car with her. Like, good.
We were totally pushing for that, for you to be in the car with me.
Mm.
We did not get our way, but I was with you the whole time. I think my favorite, oh my God, I think everything goes back to the first episode. I will have to say our first scene together was us fighting.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know why I loved it so much.
yeah, it was good. It was a great.
Yeah.
It was the one in the nurses' room, the nurses' area,
Yeah.
cornered off. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, yeah, this is how we start. Great.
I don't know if I know what my favorite scene is. I feel like the tree one. I really, really love that scene. That, the stuff in the apartment with us brushing our teeth as well. I mean, we got that really quickly at the end of the day, didn't we? Because we'd spent
Yeah.
something else.
I think both of us seeing the tree for the first time definitely brought us together.
I mean, well, it's such a tremendous tree, but it was. This is.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
want, I wanted to stay. You get used to something so quickly. Now it's like, oh yeah, this old tree.
yeah, but I remember, yeah, the first time we saw it, we were like, we were expecting a big tree, but that was huge. Yeah.
Okay. Do more questions.
Mm-hmm.
Um, okay, this is a good question. Do you have any guilty pleasures?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Please? With
You know what? I don't know if it's guilty, but maybe it is guilty. I am a huge, huge, huge fan of 90 Day Fiancé.
Is that a reality TV show?
Yes.
Okay. That okay, that's a good one. I like it.
I'm pretty obsessed with it.
I've never seen it. I don't really have any reality TV shows. I got kind of into Selling Sunset when
Hmm.
when it, when the world was locked down.
Yeah. Hmm.
I probably will watch the second season, but I'm scared to start any because people become upset. I don't want to be obsessed with a with a reality TV show. I'm like, no, I can't. I've got too much.
Don't start. Don't start, Janet.
Well, my
Don't.
pleasure is chocolate,
Oh,
and I don't feel bad about it. I have a problem. Just gonna keep eating it and eating it.
hey, you know what? I'm gonna keep watching 90 Day Fiancé, so there's where
Pleasure.
that's where we are.
Okay, I've got another question. Oh, this is a good one. Can you please talk about your piercings? Oh, did it come up? Oh, no, it didn't. Someone just wrote that. Here we go. Please talk about your piercings. Do you have any piercings?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought you were gonna go first. Um,
Oh, my
yours.
you get to go first.
Okay. Yours. That's a big thing in the Indian culture. So I got my ears pierced super young. Um, my nose, I got that when I was 16.
I love my nose pierced.
Yeah, my mom took me to get my nose pierced, and she took me to this like really old school like Indian place where she didn't use a gun, she used like an actual nail. Yeah, and she just like I think they put ice on it, and then she literally came at me with her thumb and like her nail, and she just this nail at my nose, and she just pushed it through. It was
Shiva, that isn't
crazy. Yeah, it was super intense.
out for the best. Your face is very important in your line of work.
I mean, I was 16. It looks fine now. Um,
Great now, especially considering the barbaric way in which it was done.
and then I have my belly pierced. And then one more, which we won't have to talk about.
Wow, we won't be seeing that on prime time.
Not on NBC.
Okay, so I have I got my ears pierced when I think I was 18 when I got my ears pierced, maybe 17. My mum was like, we weren't allowed to get it done until we were like 11. And then she sort of then started changing it to 16. And then I just didn't really care to get it done. I was like, I think I was scared of the pain.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I started looking at earrings, thinking I really wanted to wear earrings, that I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to get my ears pierced. Now I really want to get them all. I want to get more and more. Like I've suddenly now got more into it.
Mm-hmm.
Pain.
Yeah, once you get like up, I think honestly the most painful one is the one up here, like where the cartilage is.
That's
For
right.
me.
That hurts so much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I had to let that one close. It was too painful for me.
Yeah, I nearly did, but I was like, no way. It looks too cool. I've got to stick with it.
It is very cool. Kudos to you for keeping it going.
Wow. You got stabbed with a needle in the nose.
I did.
Okay, so the last thing I want you to talk about
Oh, okay.
before we close up our little chat is the thing that the props department got you for your mum. It's so cute.
Yeah. After my mom, so I don't know if people know, but like I'm from Malaysia. My parents, my whole family is still there. I'm the only one that's in the US. And after watching my first episode on New Amsterdam, my mom asked me if she could get a little souvenir, and the props department helped me figure it out. I'm trying to hold the thing and then hold up the present. But the props department totally came through and got this for my mom, and I haven't sent it yet, so I'm going to show you guys.
Nice.
If like literally trying to hold the phone up with my knees in my tiny New York apartment.
Okay, we can just about see it.
Yeah, can you see it?
People?
Yeah, it's the wanted poster that Bloom put up in the